I want to get to our Facebook group. We love you guys. You guys have been the most surprising part about this. We said this from the get go. Super cool to see the support on there and everybody talking trash about video games and comics. Been really cool for sure.
Yeah.
So this week, I want to get to this week's comments coming from our Facebook group. First one comes from David, my buddy from New Orleans who actually lives in Colorado. Dave, I haven't hung out with you yet since I moved out here. We need to make it happen. Let's do it. But Dave says,
Uh-huh.
hey, what's the better storyline to play, Far Cry 4 or Fallout 3? And then he elaborated that his kid hooked up the old 360. I don't think he has a new generation console, and so those are a couple games that he was thinking about getting into.
Fallout for
Thoughts?
sure.
So,
Fallout. I haven't played Far Cry. Neither of us have, but I work with how old is he? Thomas is 20 years old. Um, he played them both, and he loved Far Cry 4. I mean, and I want to get Far Cry 4, but he's way more obsessed with Fallout, for sure. And actually I wasn't obsessed with Fallout 3 because I never even beat Fallout 3. I beat Fallout 4, but I'm gonna trust his judgment here. Go with Fallout 3
all right.
for sure.
So here's my. I beat Fallout 3. I did not play Far Cry 4. Be honest, full disclosure, I haven't played a single Far Cry game ever.
Yeah.
But I have kept up on the reviews. I have seen videos about it, that sort of thing.
They
Now
always
here,
act like they're decent, but not like Bethesda style.
so here's Dave's question: is what's the better storyline to play? Now, here's my thought: Fallout 3
Terrible storyline.
is one of the best games ever made,
Well,
but
like just like every Bethesda game. I mean, I guess Oblivion was all right.
right, but it's no. I think Oblivion was awesome, man. I think both those games, the endings blew me away, but
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 Fallout 3,
yes, the ending of that game was
I
awesome.
haven't seen it, so don't
Yeah,
spoil it.
right, right. So I won't. But to me, as cool as those endings are, they're way, way more cool on like the side quests and the amount of just when you walk around the world, the crazy stuff that's off in the peripheral and do you that you don't even have to
Witcher's
do.
even still better than all of that,
Of course,
though.
he doesn't have a Xbox One or
Can you
360.
get The Witcher 2? Or was that PC
You
only?
can. In fact, I got it for five
I would
bucks on the
recommend
360.
that.
Have you even played that?
No,
It's
but
not as good.
judging by The Witcher 3, I'm going to
No, it's not as
recommend
good.
that.
I'm telling you,
No?
play it first. No, the combat's whacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really bad. But I still need to play more to make a judgment myself. But going back to Dave's question here, my my point being, if your concern is if you want a movie like story experience, from what I've heard, Far Cry might be the better experience of that. For me,
Sure. Yeah.
I like my
There's more
personal.
story choices and stuff in Far Cry. Skyrim is, you don't really have choices.
Well, and it's from what I
I
understand,
mean,
it's a
Fallout.
better put together story. The main storyline of it is a real hardcore story. I had a long conversation with my buddy Nate about it, and it's more hardcore, but it is like a modern day action flick, as to where Fallout is kind of more of a fantasy sci-fi storyline, which I prefer. I definitely am not. I don't want to see modern. I haven't seen a single Bourne movie because that's not my bag. I want to see sci-fi. I
I
want
haven't
to
seen the
see
Bourne movies either.
fantasy.
People always act like they're so hyped.
Right. And I bet you they're decent. You know what I mean? But to me, that's the preference. I don't like that
Sure.
real world style thing. I like something that's fantasy
You want
more
to be
so.
immersed in something completely
Yep.
different.
Yep. So my ultimate, I can't tell you for sure because I never played Far Cry, but to me, Fallout 3 is one of the greatest games ever made. It's top 10 in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, if as far as this question goes, yeah, maybe Far Cry, but go with Fallout 3.
Fallout. Go with Fallout.
Yeah,
It's freaking
for
awesome.
sure.
Yep. Okay. Next was Dad saying Pokemon's going to kill me. We
We
already
already
talked.
discussed
Yeah,
this.
we already talked about that. Next, my buddy Adam here in Colorado Springs. What up, Adam? Adam actually told me a
Adam,
party. I didn't
he's a
tell you.
part of the. What is it? Anyways, go ahead.
I didn't tell you this yet. He came to a party at my house this last week and said that he listened to the whole last show and he was about to subscribe and then said that he didn't want to subscribe because we demanded it at the end. He said he was about to hit the button when
Really?
we demanded, when we said, "You shame on you if you haven't done it at this point." He
God
said,
damn it! I did it
"Fuck you.
during the
I'm
intro, and
not
you
going to do it
didn't.
as a rebel." So I just want to let you know, confirmed, one person watched the end of last week's show.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's great. We
we're
love you, Adam.
we're about 2 hours in now, so let's see if you can listen. But Adam's
I
question
feel like if
was,
we break this up, though, it's a great show.
I do too. This is one of our best for sure. But
It's-
Adam says, "Do you think that Lords of the Waterdeep deserves such a high BBG rating? It is fun. I really love it, but the game doesn't scale well from 2 to 4 players." Adam,
Not sure.
Lords of the Waterdeep. While worker placement games aren't really my cup of tea, I've always been a fan of the Forgotten Realms in general. And the fact that you can send your adventurers on skullduggery quests, that
What?
alone raises it 10 points in my books. The fact that
I haven't even played that yet, but now I have to.
there's skullduggery quests.
No way.
So it's ranked 39, I think, on the list. I think that's fair at this point when I look at all the stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see all the other ones, of course. Like, I mean, it's good, but I mean, I think I put it higher than 39, maybe 35,
Even higher.
34.
Even though it
Yeah,
doesn't like change well from 2 to 4 players.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but it's still a great game.
All right.
It does deserve to be 39.
So Adam, if you're still watching at this point, and I'm 2 weeks in a row, you're a hardcore motherfucker if you're still watching. I'm full of shit. I had to Google all that because I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. First of all, I did find that Imperial Assault,
Either.
which is my favorite board game, is ranked 12th on that list, and I'm pretty happy about that. Let's play some Imperial Assault
That's
someday.
cool. Never played it. What
Pandemic,
about that train game?
yeah. Pandemic Legacy is ranked number 1. Do you got that shit? If you don't, I'll throw down on it because I'm down with those legacy games. I want to try that shit out.
I don't know what
Second
those
of
are
all,
about.
you put on the Facebook group BBG. I assume that you meant to put BGG, which is Board Game Geeks. And that's where I got the list from that's on there. If you Google BBG, the number one thing that comes up over and over again is Bikini Body Guide. Who
That
are
sounds better. Sounds
trainers?
better to me.
They're trainers who are helping women get bikini bodies. Now, when you Google BGG, BGG is actually the Briggs and Stratton's abbreviation on the stock market. So you can find out how good Briggs and Stratton engines are doing on the stock market if you ever
Those
want to
some
Google
decent engines,
BGG.
though, from what I hear.
They are.
Briggs
They're
and
some of
Stratton.
the best.
Yeah,
Yep,
sure.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, long story short, Adam, if you're still watching this, I'm calling you out. You need to come on our show, and we're going to have a board game show, and you're going to be the expert, just like Jeff was for Destiny on
Yeah.
the show.
Our 2 hours ago, our second guest on the
Yep.
show.
Give me a call,
Jeff.
and we're going to make it happen if you're watching this point. Thank you. Finally, I got one more. Dirk was just wondering if there's any development and movement on why the Last Man series on FX. So, Dirk, I'm going to cut to the chase. We're not going to bullshit for half an hour in this question. I have not read why yet. Last
Yeah.
time this got brought up on our group, everybody said that it's the bomb. So I'm gonna. I already reached out to my buddy who said he's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
send
on
it
it
to
too.
me, and we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna get moving. That being said,
What?
the-
He's got. Are you gonna send it to me?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Mark. He doesn't know you, so I don't know if he can trust you.
I mean, he can't
Shout
trust
out
me
to
to send it
Mark.
back.
I don't know.
But I mean, if he's willing to let it go, send it over here,
It's
Mark.
because I'm trustworthy.
Mark, yeah.
I seen
Don't
your
trust
house. I
shit
seen your
from. Yeah.
PlayStation. It's in rough
If
shape.
I mean, like, if he was like, if I knew him in Michigan, I could make that happen. But if I have to deal with shipping and everything too,
to New Orleans.
eek, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
forget about it. Okay,
so. If
so
you want it in good condition, no. If you don't care,
if you don't care and you want to contribute to the Y talk on this show, then yeah, let Corey know and we'll send it that way. Anyways, Dirk, your question. I did some extensive research today and I could not find a single article or anybody talking about that shit since January when people announced it basically to the world. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know as soon as I hear.